Hi, welcome to the lesson on cold email versus other lead generation channels. I'll walk you through LinkedIn ads, Google ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, SEO and content, direct mail, telemarketing, and finally, events. For each channel, you will see the source I used to estimate the cost per lead. I'll average the low and high ends value to create a final range. Feel free to pause the lesson to study the source in more detail. Let's start with LinkedIn ads. Here you can see the 5 ranges from 35 USD on the low end to 350 on the high end. Averaging both ends, a typical cost per lead is 41 to 163 USD. Next, Google Ads. The table shows low figures around 20 USD, highs at 200 plus. After averaging, we land at 44 to 167 USD. Moving on to Facebook and Instagram ads. Most sources land between 5 and 30 USD. So the average sits at 7 to 21 bucks. Now, SEO and content marketing. 2 sources given numeric ranges. Free compare SEO to other channels. When we average the numeric data, we get 17 to 53 bucks per lead. Next, up to direct mail. You can see lows near to 25 and highs close to 80. The blended range is 32 to 69 USD. On to telemarketing or telesales. The table shows wide swings from 50 to 300 USD. Averaged out, we get 90 to 212 USD. And now the last channel, events and trade shows. Cost starts around 100 and can reach out to 400. The average range is 160 to 324 USD. Here's a summary table with cost per lead ranges for every channel we just covered. Keep this numeric in mind as we now compare cold email to other channels in more detail. LinkedIn and Google Ads have very similar ranges. If you merge the two, we get something like 41 to 167 USD. In contrast, cold email leads at Woodpecker run from 19 USD and 30 cents down to 1 USD and 13 cents. This is based on some examples that I showed you previously. So LinkedIn ads and Google ads can work, yet their cost per lead swings widely. A campaign may land at the low end or spike to a high end, and it's hard to predict. Their algorithms need time to learn. So lookalike campaigns usually need 1K to 5K past buyers, and many SMBs lack this type of data. Further, if you pick high intent segment, impression cost can jump to 10x. With cold email, you avoid these issues. With cold email, you start with a few ideal customers, find the lookalikes, and launch at the same day. And you can change your copy or targeting overnight without waiting for the approval. Lastly, another key difference is how precisely you can target. So with cold email, you reach out to individual people, not just audience segments. So you can mention someone's role, interest, or even a recent post they made on LinkedIn. This is one-to-one level of personalization, and it's just not possible with ads. Cold email lets you tailor your message to what actually matters to the person who is reading it. Let's move on to Facebook and Instagram ads. They can look affordable on the surface, with leads that are actually below 20 bucks in many cases. But in some B2B, the audience is often smaller or less relevant, and you are limited to who is active on the platform and fits to your filters. Cold email doesn't have that problem. You can reach out to any decision maker at any company, regardless of what platform they use. And with just few ideal customers, you can scale your targeting very fast. Next up, SEO and content marketing. And this is a long game. At Woodpecker, we've invested in it for years, and it does work, but it takes months to build traction and see some leads. So you need to write, edit, publish, promote, and earn backlinks, and you update it constantly. You also compete with some bigger sites that have already earned their rankings. That's why many companies actually decide to outsource SEO, which increases the cost even more. With cold email, you get responses within days, not months. No need to rely on algorithms or wait for search engines to actually index your work. So let's talk about direct mail. This channel can be a great follow-up channel, especially for high-ticket accounts. Some of our larger customers use cold email to check interest first, and then they send a physical package to reinforce the message and book a meeting. Cold email gets the conversion going, and direct mail then builds on warm contact and can improve the conversion rates. Moving on to telemarketing or telesales. These channels still work, but they are resource heavy. So you need a team calling all day, trained on your offer and handling objections. And a lot of people just hate cold calling and burn out quickly because it's hard. Cold emailing is lighter. Just a few people can reach hundreds or thousands with a well-written sequence. Many of our customers use cold email to qualify, and then they pass warm ones on their phone team. Thus saves time and money. Finally, events and trade shows. These have some of the highest cost per lead we have seen, but they don't have to stand alone. Many Woodpecker clients use cold email to invite prospects before the event, then they follow up with them after and keep them in a loop. And these aren't actually full cold email campaigns anymore, so the engagements tend to be high. This means better deliverability and stronger return from the investment. So as you have seen across almost every channel, cold email tends to be faster, more targeted, and much more affordable and cost stable. In many cases, it complements other strategies extremely well. Of course, it's not a magic trick. You still need to have strong copy, proper targeting, and clean infrastructure. But if you follow me along in the next chapters, you will learn how to set it all up and start getting results. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lesson.